What is up, Poke fans on YouTube? Today we have a very exciting video coming to you from Devlin. What's up, Devlin?
What up, y'all?
So we're not going to give away who wins, but this is Devlin recently got some recording equipment and he's working out the kinks, and this is how we're doing it this week. But this is week 2 of our Little League Season 5.
Yeah, so this week, here, Jade, you may have to. All right, hold on. I just got a text from my grandpa. Sorry, I'll
Oh,
be
you're
back
fine.
in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, so yeah, so we are. This is week 2. This is Devlin versus Ryan. Ryan's been getting better over the seasons. Since his first season, he's definitely accomplished a lot. I don't think he won his first season. I think he was winless. And last season, I believe that he beat a couple people. I believe he beat Trevor, that I remember.
Yeah,
I think he got.
I think he had like 2 wins.
I think he got 2 wins last season. So he's getting better. He's getting more involved. I've noticed he started to talk more within the Discord as well, or not the Discord, but the group me as well. So we will see how well he does in the upcoming weeks. But he's in my conference, and so I will definitely. I think I play him this next week actually. So this is a good video for me to assess his strengths and weaknesses and whatnot, figure out a plan for myself.
Also, yes, I just checked. Ryan went 2-4 last season.
Yeah, 2-4. So he's making marginal advancements on him. I've noted he came close to beating me as well. If he hadn't made he made a mistake in thinking that his Gyarados would be scaled up in level from like level 30 to level 50, so he brought an under-leveled Gyarados to the battle.
I remember that, yeah.
And I think that he came close in that first battle to winning.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Even with that.
Yeah, he's definitely getting the hang of it more. In his case, it was definitely a practice makes perfect kind of thing. So, we'll get this video started.
Spoiler: this does go to 3 games. So
yes, and this was this is a previous recording. I recorded this. Now it will be 2 days ago. So here I started the battle, and then I had the wrong item on my Pumpkaboo.
So you got your Pumpkaboo this week, so you'll be premiering that.
Yeah, and so here's the matchup. We've got
Stinky.
Ryan's team on the left. Yeah, Stinky. My team on the right. I guess I can go over just some quick sets. Frosty the Darumaka is a fast, bulky Choice Scarf Pokemon. Just 4 attacks, Choice Scarf, Hustle. Stinky is a Spike setter with Sticky Hold, Recycle Berry Juice. It's got a lot of bulk in it. Meg, the stallion. She's got a lot of HP and attack, so she's just bulky. Castle Short is a bulky special sweeper with rock polish, so sending Castle Short on a Pokemon that it has advantage on, and try and set up a rock polish on a switch. Growler is bulky. It's got a Will-O-Wisp, Morning Sun, Flare Blitz, and Wild Charge. And then Gord is also a status setter. It's bulky. It's got Shadow Ball, Giga Drain, Will-O-Wisp, and Fire Blast, I think. It's got 3 attacks, but it's a very bulky Pumpkaboo set.
So I noticed that so last week you didn't bring Pumpkaboo against me week 1 you didn't bring Pumpkaboo against me because you just didn't have it. but you also didn't bring your Growlithe against me, and you're bringing your Growlithe against Ryan. Is there any reason you're bringing your Growlithe rather than one of the Pokemon that you brought against me?
I didn't think. I just thought my Growlithe was bulky enough and an Intimidate setter. I saw he had Munchlax, and so I figured he was gonna do like some curse rest shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I wanted Growlithe for the Will-O-Wisp and the Intimidate. And just Intimidate's a good ability to have in any competitive setting.
Alright, so I see that he's leading Ammonite again. He led Ammonite in his first battle against Calvin.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what I led against you, but
you led Chinchou.
Yeah. But so I Drain Punch here. He Earth Powers. I thought it would kill, and it almost did. But then I remembered that I think no, I was wrong. I thought it would kill, but it didn't. Luckily, because of Berry Juice. And I decided here. I debated on doing Recycle or Drain Punch, but I didn't want to risk a Spadef drop, and Recycle is just an endless cycle, and so I went for the Drain Punch, and it got a high damage roll. So
yeah,
I let out a sigh of relief there. But and I will say this match is by far the longest. This one goes to timer. The other two don't.
So this match will come down to who has the most Pokemon / health at the end.
Correct. Yes.
Interesting.
So Ryan, I think he was in the same position I was. I don't think he expected his. I don't think he expected a high roll in that second hit, because I didn't do any Calxus battle, which is weird for me. But I just didn't know if that would kill. I just chanced it. And so
I haven't done Calx for Little League or Little Cup either. If I'm being honest.
Usually I'm like mid-battle calcing everything, and then here I recycle. I think he goes for Curse, and looking back, this was a misplay on both. I think it's a misplay on both parts, because I think if he Earthquakes here, that might kill, because my Trubbish is very specially defensive and not physically defensive, and so I think Earthquake would have killed there.
Do you have a defensive Trubbish, like maybe in the works?
I do, yes. It's just I saw that he had Mantike and Amistar, and he's got a bunch of special attackers on his team, so I bought the special Trubbish this time. And so here we have these shenanigans. I think I go for a Will-O-Wisp here.
Does it miss?
Go ahead.
Does it miss?
Probably. Yeah, I think this might be my only miss of the game.
Yeah.
So, that does a bit of damage.
Getting a burn here would be critical.
Yeah, I hit the Will-O-Wisp, and I think he goes for Curse, because I think he expects me to switch out, but maybe not. Maybe I'm yeah, he expects me to switch out because he thinks I don't want to die to another Earthquake. And so I think what I do here, this is funny because we're talking mid-battle on a group me, and I think what happens here is no, that happens later. Never mind, I won't spoil it. We'll see what happens here.
Now he's got Earthquake, and I assume he's got a normal type move.
Yes, and so I think I realize that, and I send in Gourd. Because my physically defensive Pumpkaboo, with Munchlax being burned and having Eviolite, I think Earthquake does like 2 damage here or something like that.
Yeah, because Munchlax essentially only has +1 attack.
Yeah. I think it's at neutral.
I think
by
he's
that
cursed
point.
3 times. It cursed three
Okay,
times, right? So, the
but intimidate halves it, and so does burn. So he's actually at -1.
intimidate only lowers it by 1 stage, so he should be
Oh,
neutral.
it
Yeah, you're
does.
right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Man, quick maths.
yeah, whenever you got all those like weird things, so he should be at neutral. This should be just like he's not burned at all, and just like he's not had curses. But he does have
But
+4 defense.
which sucks. Which that's my big thing is he's got +3 or 4 defense, and Munchlax's especially defensive as it is.
But
And
you should
so,
be able to outlast.
yeah, and that's my hope. I think he realizes that, and he switches out here, but maybe not. I might go for the Giga Drain here, and he might stay in and curse again. Yeah,
See,
I
he's
hit
starting to
Mantike with
switch
the-
out.
Yeah.
He used to never switch out.
He used to ride it until the wheels fell off.
Yeah, there were a couple players that you could guarantee they weren't going to switch no matter what.
Yep.
Jack is one of them.
Jack is still kind of one of them, honestly. He doesn't like to switch a lot.
No, he really doesn't. I think that's what killed me in my match against Gavin. And I asked Gavin afterwards. I was like, "Am I just too predictable, or what is it that I'm doing that I need to fix?" And Gavin was like, "Every time you have a type mismatch, you always switch out, without a doubt." And so that's how he was able to set up, is he knew when I would switch out and when I wouldn't. So
Here's Ice Beam. The reason that took so long on my end is when I was recording this, I was also on Discord in another server streaming this, and so I was talking to people. I was talking to people through my trains of thought and stuff like that, and so that one took a little long because it just took a little while.
you got an ice beam coming.
Yeah, and so I sit here and I scroll through. And I think I just end up leaving Pumpkaboo in and going for Giga Drain. And, yeah. He ends up... This is weird to me because, I mean, I know Pumpkaboo's not fast. I know it's a super Pumpkaboo, so it's the slowest one. But, this battle determined how I played round 2 because I thought Mantike was a swift swim fast Mantike. And then here's the freeze. I had been talking about that. I was like, if he freezes, that sucks. But so he did get a freeze here.
Do you just sack?
No, I switch out, which I think he does a pretty good job. He predicts the switch. I think I go into Growlithe here. And, sorry, again, I'm talking as you can see. But, I think I go into Growlithe here. And he predicts it and goes for a Hydro Pump or a Surf or whatever he goes for.
He knows that it'll kill no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So he might as well go for something that'll neutral hit one of your other Pokemon.
Yeah, he goes for a Surf regardless. Or a Hydro Pump, or he goes for the water type move. And so that hits.
Oh, I think the Discord just froze up on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 second.
Can you see now?
Yeah, there we go.
So he hits me with Hydro Pump. That does a lot of damage. So here he's burned. And I'm pretty sure regardless that I'm faster, even if it's a fast Mantike. So I just go for Gunk Shot and hope I kill, because it's a physical type move. It's a physical move, and Mantike's physical defense is terrible. And so I go for Gunk Shot, and then I think he sends in Munchlax back. I can't be 100% sure because, like I said, this battle was 2 days ago. But I think he sends Munchlax back in to start setting up more curses. Oh no, it's Dino. Yeah, okay. So I go for Drain Punch, expecting to just destroy Dino, and well,
it hits hard.
Well, it's Choice Scarfed too.
Ah, yeah. See, I think it would have. He missed one of his outrages, I assume, due to hustle on Trevor, and I think that if he had hit it, he might have won that first match on Trevor.
Well, that's what's gonna happen here. So I send in Gord to make sure, to like frisk him to make sure that he's got Choice Scarf, I believe. Either that or I send one of the two. I'm checking speeds here. And so I'm like, well, Frosty's technically my fastest Pokemon, but I send in Gord as a sack just to see, because I didn't check Dino's stats, so I didn't know how fast it was. And so I just figured I'd sack Gord, and then I frisk him and find out he has a Choice Scarf. And so, and this sucks for Ryan. Like, this is terrible luck for him. But he misses, I think, 2 moves in a row, and I end up thawing out. And so I'm frozen solid here, or maybe he switches out here, and I thaw out the next turn. But either way, I mean,
missing moves is so frustrating.
Yeah. Well, and we both agreed, because I talked to him about it after all 3 of our matches, and like we both agreed that just that's the nature of the game when you play with a hustle mon is.
Yeah, because you also have one.
Yep.
And in our match, you may have won had your hustle hit. I know game 1 you would have.
Yeah. Oh. Just hold on. Missing that very first U-turn in our first match hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like when you, I specifically remember you sending in Pharaoh Seed and me using U-turn and missing. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those games.
Well, the luck got me back this week against Gavin, so. I don't know if you watched all of that, but it was just the absolute worst luck.
Yeah, I watched like halfway through game 2. I was like, I know how this is going.
I mean, he had me outsmarted, but the what happened with luck definitely took me out. Like, there was no chance of recovery. I think in game 2 I missed 3 moves in a row. And one of them was a T-Wave, and then the other 2 were Hydro Pumps, which is understandable, but a T-Wave is 90% and a Hydro Pump is 80%. So missing all 3 of those in a row, that really was frustrating. I also forgot to ability patch my my Purloin, so my Purloin was not Prankster. And I sent it in on his Trico to get his Trico stuck in Swords Dance.
And it didn't work.
And he was faster than me, and I was like, what the heck?
So here, he reveals a Fire Blast, which I think is smart. Like, it sucks to reveal a move like that early. But also, I don't think anything else he can do takes out Gord in one hit.
Unless he has some kind of Ice Beam or something. Which I know that,
and honestly, and I mean, I don't think Ryan wouldn't want me to give him more credit than he thinks he deserves, but honestly, that could have been like a higher level strategy. Like, he didn't want to reveal the Ice Beam, so because like my team's got a glaring ice weakness, and so maybe he didn't want to reveal the Ice Beam and have me send in something else.
That's true.
That could have been what he did.
Also, every time there's a Fire Blast, I always go, is it gonna miss?
Yep, Fire Blast is. It's like Focus Blast. Like, it's just that 70% and that 80% accuracy. They actually mean 50.
I was missing so much on Gavin. I thought that his Porygon had Bright Powder on it.
And so there's another thing of bad luck. I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered, it because I have berry juice, and so is the stream buffering like choppy for you too?
It's a little bit choppy, yeah.
Okay, here. Well, it'll fix itself.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Either way, they get the idea.
Yep. And
People.
so, and I messaged Ryan after that. I was like, man, I feel really bad about like all the misses you've got, because he's missed with hustle, he missed with outrage, and so
It seems to be a theme in Little Cup.
yeah, yes, very much so.
You know what I mean? Like, we've had, like, it seems like every single team, it seems like the losing team has had a significant amount of bad luck go their way. Like, with me and your match, it came very close, but if you had had just a little bit of extra luck,
then we could have potentially gone to 3 games or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, and so, but I mean, don't worry, Ryan gets me back.
Oh, does he come in and bring a sweeper there at the end?
No, I mean, like, his luck. He gets very, very lucky. And so, so here's his Custard's last stand. He just leaves Munchlax in here for the rest of the game. And I just struggle to take Munchlax out.
Does he have some way of recovering health on this Munchlax?
Yes, it's a rest Munchlax.
Ah, okay. I was wondering what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Which he should have done rest to start with rather than switching out and then get rid of the burn back when he was +3.
I agree, but it's just it's one of those things where in game time you've got it's like playing chess. You see different lines in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. So I send in Growlithe, I get the Intimidate off. He's back at half attack, and he hits me with Earthquake. And I think I live at like 3 HP or something like that. Yeah, 2. I live with 2 HP, and he messages me on GroupMe, and he goes, "After this match, you're gonna have to tell me how Growlithe lived that."
Is he not aware of the burn having damage?
I think he just he doesn't know that Growlithe has an Eviolite, because if I don't have an Eviolite, I die there.
Yeah. Also, Growlithe has exceptionally high base stats.
Yes.
Because Arcanine was the first pseudo legendary.
And so it's just, and so I think that's what it was. Is he forgot that Arcanine, I mean, he forgot that he didn't know that Growlithe had an Eviolite. And he just assumed that even at half attack, an Earthquake kills there.
Yeah, because Growlithe, other than Mew and Mewtwo, Growlithe has the highest base stats of any Pokemon in Gen 1.
You mean Arcanine?
Arcanine, yeah. Arcanine. I think Dragonite has 600 also. Right? Or no, I think actually Arcanine's base stats are higher.
I think Arcanine has like 560 or 570.
I could have sworn that it had the highest base stats of any Gen 1 Pokemon.
I think it might have higher than... So here, I'm just going for Earth Powers and trying to get a Spadef drop or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, this one goes to time. It's just 3 minutes of him cursing, me Earth Powering, him resting. I think at one point I go for a Destiny Bond because I predict him to use Earthquake and I want to end the match, but so I Earth Power one more time, and honestly I should have Earth Powered again just to try for a high roll, but instead I go for Destiny Bond here, and he rests, and the cycle is repeated.
And it goes on and on and on.
Yes, exactly. It goes on and on and on. And so...
Okay, I take back what I said. Arcanine has a base stat total of 555. Dragonite has a base stat total of 600.
But I believe 555 is higher than all of the starters.
I think starters' base stats are 530.
They're like 530 or 520, something like that. I'm checking Charizard right now. Bulbapedia is so dense with information.
Oh, yeah.
Charizard has 534, so yeah. But we've got, and here I'm like, oh, Ryan's just gonna timer stall me, but I think he just like came to realize that there's nothing he can do. And then here has 0 seconds until battle ends, and so I sit here for a few seconds because I'm like, the fight should be over, and then I realize that,
it gives you one extra move.
Yeah, or the option to have one extra move, and so.
Huh.
Oh, hold on. I think I might know where the stream's choppy. Give me a sec. Sorry, technical difficulty.
Oh no, you're fine. We're still making plenty of good time.
They gotta remember, I'm running on a laptop here.
Oh, I'm on a laptop right now while I'm recording as well. Yeah. So it might be a combination of the two. Now, one of the things that Trevor doesn't like about singles is that he doesn't like timer stalling. But personally, I love the stall methods.
Yeah. Well, and like, I didn't, that, to me, that round didn't feel stally because I never really felt hopeless against the Munchlax.
Yeah.
And so, I never felt terrible about it. And so, but I think what happens here is I expect him to lead off with Ammonite again.
Yeah.
And so I lead off with my Pumpkaboo, and he actually predicts that really well. And I believe he leads off with Dino.
Huh. I assume he has a fire move on Dino, or...
Well, no, Dino's a dark dragon type, and so he can just crunch.
Oh, crunch, yeah. Because I see no difference between somebody setting up offensively and sweeping and somebody setting up defensively and walling. There's no difference to me in that.
Yep. I mean, listen, I'm assuming everybody who's watching these videos has seen my season 1 plays. Like, they know what kind of player I am. And so here, this hurts because he gets a crit. I don't think it kills without a crit. It might.
I don't know. That hit pretty hard.
Yeah. So I don't think it does. But here, I send out Frosty.
I mean, he's got a good strategy with Dino, though, with the Choice Scarf Hustle. So, I mean, he's starting to put together combos that previously he was not doing.
And he talked to me about this like after all 3 games. He well, I guess since we said it goes to 3 games, you know who wins this one. But he talked to me about this afterwards, and he said Darumaka was his biggest threat because he knew that Dino, his fastest Pokemon, was 1 speed slower than Darumaka when we're both Choice Scarfed.
So he's doing stat calcs even.
Yes. He was very prepared this season. He did, or at least for this game, he was very prepared. He did very well. And so I think what I do, Ice Punch. I thought I went for Superpower, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. And then it's times like these where I wish I didn't have a Choice Scarf, because like I could U-turn and get some extra damage, but that's the nature of the game. And I forget what I do here. I guess I just send in. No. We'll see.
Yeah, interesting. You swapped in a fire type Pokemon.
Well, it's the Galarian Slowpoke, so it's just a psychic type. And so.
Oh, and he goes for a Trick Room. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Which I did not expect at all. When he went for Trick Room, I was like, oh crap. I was like, my slowest Pokemon's dead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you don't see very many Trick Room strategies in singles.
And so this hurts. The Spadef drop is what really hurts. That's frustrating.
Because now it makes it so that you're able to get shot on the next one, right?
Yeah. Yep. So I damaged myself with Flare Blitz, and then like, I can't survive another Psychic. So I don't really remember what I do here. Maybe I'll leave Growler in and just try and waste another turn of Trick Room. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Or Morning Sun, and maybe he tries something else. I don't know. But he gets me there, so that's the end of my Growlithe.
Also, I'll say Growlithe is a very aesthetically pleasing Pokemon.
Yes, I actually like Growlithe's look. I like Growlithe without the mane. I think Arcanine looks kind of silly with the big old mane, but
a little.
But yes, I enjoy Growlithe quite a bit.
I think after Gen 2, I think I read something recently about how the artists decided that it was better to make the Pokemon look like a level of goofy.
Yeah.
So they would purposely sabotage the designs of Pokemon to make them not look... Well, they said that was what... Like, if you have a cool Pokemon, then, like, you go, wow, that Pokemon's really cool, and you might play with it... Yeah, you might play with it a little bit, but you, like... There's not that, like, sentiment or attachment to it. And so, like, after that, they started, like... I don't know if... The example that the guy did was he was one of the artists for Luxray.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, we could have made Luxray look so much cooler by making its head a little bit smaller and its eyes a little bit smaller. But we decided to give it an oversized head, oversized eyes, and just kind of slightly stranger features because we think it gave it more character. And so...
I feel that.
They're also... There's a lot of different artists. They have different artists do different things, and they typically don't disclose which artist does which creation.
Yeah. Well, that's like one of the ones that they did do was the Vanillish ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's Vanillish. Is it Vanillish or Vanilla Ice? That's the lowest one. Okay, so
Vanilla. I think Vanillite is the first, and then it goes Vanilla-ish, and then Vanillux.
I use Rock Slide because I'm like, this definitely kills, and I'm like, I'm totally slower because that's a fast Mantike. Mantike outspeeds me, and so I basically pinpointed its speed at that point because I know Meg has 13 speed, and Mantike is slower than it, but Gord has 11 speed, and Mantike is faster than it, and so I knew Mantike had 12 speed, and so
that's fast math.
Yeah, but with the ice cream cone line, the artist literally said he said he wanted to design he designed a Pokemon that it looked like you could be friends with.
Yeah.
And so
they also a lot of people talk trash on the ice cream cone line, and when you look at the inspiration that he drew from when making the ice cream cone line, it makes a lot more sense in that he designed a Gen 4 Pokemon that resembled Weezing, the Weezing line. And after I saw it in that aspect, it was a completely different Pokemon to me.
Yeah. And so here, and so I'm down quite a bit. He's up 5-3 on me at this point.
Yeah, and he's hitting hard too.
And that crit hurts as well. Without a crit, I don't have to use my berry juice there. I think I might gunk shot again, but yeah. And I think I again get a high roll and knock Mantike out. Maybe. I can't be completely sure. No, because I think like. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry. There's
High roll.
Yeah. There's 3 games to keep track of in my mind, so sometimes I'm like, did I get a high roll here? Did I not? You know.
As soon as my matches are over, I pretty much forget what happened during them. There's a couple in my head that I've remembered. Yeah. I remember my first match in the league against Jack.
I remember watching that. I remember my. I don't know. I remember a lot of season 1.
Yeah, it was an exciting season.
Yeah, I don't really remember season 2 just because like I wasn't a fan of doubles.
Mm-hmm.
And so, even though I somehow made it to the championship that season,
yeah, that was a weird season.
Yeah, but I can't stand doubles, and so I don't remember a ton of season 2.
I was pretty mad about season 2 because the only person that I think could have beat my doubles team was Trevor, and I faced in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah.
And that was just because it was Trick Room team.
Yeah.
But I remember season 1.
Okay, so I hate to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But I think I go on a
start sweeping a little bit.
Yeah, I think I almost go on a reverse sweep here. I hit like 4 superpowers in a row. So I killed Dino.
Decide to get locked into a fighting type rather than an ice type move.
Yeah. Well, I did the math too. And I don't think a critical hit mattered there. But because Dino's defenses are terrible. But,
yeah.
I did the math, and superpower does like 20 more damage than Ice Punch does, even after stab and super effective on Ice Punch, just because superpower is so strong.
Yeah.
And so, and I figured like he's still got Ammonite, he's still got Munchlax, he's still got Meowth, and so I'm like, there's not a lot he can send in on a Darumaka superpower that'll live much longer.
But he ends up taking this, so he's got something in his pocket. Maybe a Focus Sash or something?
He's got a Focus Sash on his Ammonite, but that's not what wins him the game. I mean, I guess it does, but not really. Because I think he misses a Hydro Pump here or something like that. Yeah.
Well, that's unlucky.
And so I hit him with the superpower, and like at this point, I'm like, yo, I can win this. I'm like, Trubbish is in the back. It hits Meowth and Munchlax super hard. Like I'm excited here. I'm like, I can close this out in 2 games. And so I think he sends in Meowth here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what he does. Yeah. And so this
now Meowth's fast.
This Meowth ends my team.
Wonder what he's got in his Meowth. I assume he's gonna fake out here.
Yeah, he's got normal gym fake out.
Does this one shot?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm at like 30%, 33% defense, and 25% defense. So that just destroys me.
Wow.
So I send in
what a hit.
Here, and I'm like, I think I go for a cycle, but I don't really think it matters. Because I mean, you'll see why. But I either go for Recycle or Drain Punch, one of the two. I think I Recycle because I want to be able to... No, I Drain Punch, and then I'm like, I should have Recycled. But here we go. So, Body Slam.
The paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed. And so, I go for Drain Punch again, just to, like, hopefully recover some HP. And I'm like, it's still not over yet. I'm like, I can still pull this. I'm like, slow Trubbish is very bad for me, but I can still get this. And so, I Drain Punch, and I'm paralyzed.
Getting that on the Switch in would have been useful.
Yeah. And then I still think I'm faster, so I try to recycle, and I'm paralyzed.
But you were faster.
Yes. And so that earthquake kills me, and that's game 2. But like, because I'd been messaging him like every time he missed something, and I was like I told him, I was like, dude, I hate to win games just because the opponent's lucky. I was like, I get that's like the nature of the game. That's how it goes sometimes. I was like, but it just feels like a bad win to me.
Yeah, I felt bad when I beat you, week 1.
Yeah, but then and that was before I got paralyzed 3 times in a row, and he was like, I think that made up for it.
Yeah, because it looked like a for sure win.
Yeah. And so here comes game 3, and so now they have to wait and see who the winner is. They know it goes to 3 matches, but
they don't know. Yeah, they don't know what's going to happen now.
And so I think Tack. I don't know what Tack's doing here, but it's not a big deal.
I mean, this is the reason why we wanted to do Little Cup, though, is we wanted to see some refreshing, interesting gameplay, and we got that. I think within the first couple weeks, we saw some like weird stuff happen and weird Pokemon just be good for no reason.
I was honestly tired of seeing Dragapult every season.
That's true.
I was tired of seeing fully evolved pseudo legendaries, even if they were mine.
What was strange about last season was nobody drafted Tyranitar.
Really?
Yeah, nobody drafted Tyranitar last season.
What was last season? Was that the lottery league or?
No, we scrapped that because Trevor was taking too long on his videos.
Which isn't like, looking back on it now, he had just graduated from college and stuff like that. So.
Oh no, I'm just trashing him if I get a chance.
But what was?
But the lottery league would have been really complicated, and I like that we added 2 more people. And from what I heard, Grant is starting to give people a run for their money already. So.
I do love to hear that. That's.
I think that he said that if he had not forgotten that high horsepower was a ground type move, then he would have beat Jack.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Also, last season was VGC doubles.
It was VGC doubles.
I U-turn here because I know even if I hit him with a superpower, I can't kill him. He's going to revenge kill me. And so I U-turn, I switch out. I don't remember what I switch into. Gourd. I'd probably switch into Gourd. Assuming
the Hydro Pump?
Yeah, well, because I know Hydro Pump and Earth Power can't hurt me.
Yeah.
And Ice Beam's not going to kill me. And so I switch into Gourd here. I frisk him and find out he has a Focus Sash, which I already knew, because we don't switch items in between matches this season. But,
which I like more. It just makes it faster, but also it makes it a little bit more predictable.
Yeah. And I'll tell you more about that after this game. But here I go for the Giga Drain.
Might as well.
And I like, while I'm playing, I'm like, please don't, just let it die, Ryan. Let it die. I was like, you don't need to let something else take damage. And so, Helix dies. Praise Helix.
Yeah, the Church of Helix.
Yes. But and so, I'm off to a good start.
Personally, I'm a Kabuto fan, but
so he sends in Flash, and I think he goes for a Fire Blast here instead of going for Trick Room. I think Trick Room might have been better for him.
Did he miss a Fire Blast?
I think he does, yes. But I go for Shadow Ball, and it just destroys Flash.
No, it hits.
It's just it doesn't kill because Pumpkaboo's incredibly tanky.
Yeah.
And so I Shadow Ball here again.
I assume he switches out. No.
He lets this thing die too, which that's what surprised me.
Yeah,
like, oh Really?
He should have switched in Munchlax there because he would have taken no damage, got a free switch in, and a specially defensive Munchlax.
Against a
Yeah.
specially offensive.
So
Okay, so I hate this form. I believe I send in I send in this to get an Intimidate. I think he goes for Crunch, and unfortunately I think he misses. So I Intimidate him. It's all good and well. He goes for Crunch. No, he doesn't miss, but with Intimidate, again, he's getting a lot of stat drops.
yeah, he is that.
But I go for. Go ahead.
I assume that he's faster.
Yes, he is. I go for Will-O-Wisp here. I think I don't. Yeah, he withdraws. I wouldn't have done that. I would have crunched there, but I understand not wanting to let your Dino get crippled, and so here he has no idea that I have Wild Charge on my Growlithe.
And you're faster because you know how fast his Mantike is at this point.
Yes, exactly. And so that's a 4-time super effective Wild Charge. It's just that's curtains.
Yeah, and Mantike actually has the highest special defense of any Pokemon in Little Cup.
Yeah, but its physical defense is like 20.
Yeah, it's garbage.
And so that's the end of Mantike.
Cute Pokemon though.
Yes, very cute Pokemon. I love the smiley face on its back.
Mantine is also a very cool looking Pokemon, but not nearly as useful in competitive play.
It was good on Showdown, back before they nerfed Metronome on Showdown. But yeah, it's basically just a status setter in competitive. So I don't remember what I do here.
I think it's in like RU.
Yeah, I send in Castle Short here, and I think now he misses a Crunch, which it sucks.
See, I'm hoping that by the time this season ends, that Cameron will have graduated vet school, and we'll be all up, and then we'll have Cameron back, and maybe be able to add another person to have a total of 12 teams.
So yeah, he misses the Crunch there. I go for Destiny Bond, just because. Yeah, he misses Crunch twice, which sucks. And Ryan actually taught me something here, because I messaged him. And I was like, I don't think Destiny Bond crosses over between turns. I was like, take that with a huge grain of salt, though. And he said, it's until the user moves again. And so that's something I didn't know. Ryan taught me something on Sunday.
Huh. I wonder why he just happened to know that one.
That's a weird piece of trivia to have, but he knew it because the instant I sent that message, he was typing and he sent it back.
So it makes sense with slower Pokemon why it's useful.
Yeah. So I use Earth Power here. I still don't get a Spadef drop. I don't think I get a single stat drop with any of my moves, which hurts. But so I am up 6-3 at this point. So I Earth Power. And there's the Spadef drop. Okay. So he curses. And I think now he just I think at this point he I don't think he switches Munchlax out. I think he just lets me kill it with Earth Power. Oh no, I predict him to go for Earthquake and then he rests. For curses. Oh yeah, he does Earthquake. Just doesn't kill me. And then I Berry Juice. And so I'm like, fine, I'll Earth Power. I really thought a +1 Munchlax would kill me because I don't have a ton of physical defense. I'm just HP and special attack.
Yeah, I gotta think about what I gotta come up with for Ryan if he's getting crafty on us all of a sudden.
So there's Earth Power.
Doesn't kill.
Yeah, Earthquake. Yep, and so this next Earth Power kills.
Why didn't he rest there?
I think, honestly, I think he was, I won't say frustrated, but I think he had just accepted the fact that, like,
Hmm.
it was a losing battle either way. And so I don't remember what he sends in here. Dino. Yeah, I forgot Dino's still alive. And to, all right, I'll wait until we get there, but I do give Ryan some bad manners just to screw with him.
Oh, did you Destiny bond him?
No, no, no. I go for Earth Power here, just expecting him to crunch or outrage and kill me. So he crunches, he kills me. It's expected. And so I send in Darumaka here. And, at this point, oh no, I sent in Growler, I guess. I thought I sent in Darumaka just to get the kill. But I guess it makes sense to just continually lower his attack.
Surely he goes for the kill here.
I think so, yeah. But it doesn't kill because he's been intimidated.
Yeah.
So I'm Morning Sun. So now I Will-O-Wisp. I think he switches out here, honestly. Yeah, he sends in Meowth. I Will-O-Wisp his Meowth. Which just, like, obliterates his Meowth because it's a physical Meowth.
Yeah.
But I think I can't be for sure, but I think I send out Gord here just to take
To absorb the fake out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do too. Because you know it's coming. Wow, he used Body Slam, not fake out.
But either way, I know he has Body Slam and Fake Out. I forget what else he has. But, oh, he hasn't shown it yet. But I think he U-turns here.
Mm.
Oh, no, he plays rough. He play roughs. And so, well, now you know what his fourth move is. His fourth move is U-turn.
I don't know why he didn't go for the U-turn before. Because isn't it four times? No, it's only 2 times effective.
It's not effective at all because Ghost resists bug types.
Does it?
So it's just normally effective.
Mm. Bug types really got screwed with typing.
Yeah.
They need to give bug types something.
That's really why I wanted Pumpkaboo week 1. Not only because like my team has a glaring water weakness, and your team has a lot of water types, but also just Pumpkaboo has so many other resistances that just shore up my team.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good Switchmon.
Yeah. And so I think here I send in Growler to die, basically.
Might as well get the Intimidate.
Yeah.
But he goes.
That does a lot of damage.
He goes with the higher damage move.
Yeah. But even with Outrage, okay, so Outrage does a lot of damage. I think he hits here and it kills. Honestly, I remember specifically this moment when he went for Outrage. I was on Discord. I said, I hope he misses. Like, I really hope he does. And I was like, actually, no, I don't, because that's rude. He's missed enough. He's missed enough today. And
yeah.
So I send in Frosty, and I think I Ice Punch just because I know Ice Punch will kill both of them. So I Ice Punch. I kill his Dino. So all he's got is his burned Meowth.
Oh, Meowth's a good pick though. I like Meowth.
Yes. It's a very fast mon too.
Yeah.
And so good manners would be Ice Punch here end the game. No, I send in Gord
to get rid of the fake out.
Yeah, just to delay the the inevitable. I found his normal gem. Surprise. So he fakes out, doesn't affect Gord, and then I just Giga Drain for the win here. But yeah, that looking back, like after I made that move, I was like, that's rude. I didn't have to do that.
Well, I feel like it's fair to keep doing stuff like that, especially when like they're learning still.
Yeah.
So,
But
I mean, in the situation you're in, it wasn't necessary. But if it was at the beginning of the game, you know, so on and so forth, then it would be better for him to realize, oh yes, this is a very viable strategy. I'm sure he already knows that, but to keep reiterating that so that it's like,
just to ingrain it into his brain.
yeah, like you have
5 years down the line, he'll remember this person's got a ghost type Pokemon in the back. I can't use fake out.
Yeah. I wish I had a ghost type Pokemon on my team. I do not.
That's actually like the whole reason I think Pumpkaboo was my last pick, which is insane to me because like researching after the draft, I realized that like Pumpkaboo's an incredible little cup Pokemon, but
Yeah.
like Pumpkaboo is the best of both worlds because I have a spin blocker with a ghost type, and then I have a grass type that is my water type resist for the rest of my team. And so really, Pumpkaboo was just like the linchpin of my team. Without Pumpkaboo, my team goes from like a B plus, A minus to like a D.
Yeah, I mean, Pumpkaboo, great. The spin blocking, particularly, like whenever I was playing you, I was like, all right, if I get rid of his Sandygast, I can spin, get rid of whatever I want.
Yeah.
Have my own. And I think somebody took Score Bunny. I think it was Grant. So he has Court Change.
Ah, yes.
So, Court Change is such an interesting move, and it's the only one that does anything like that. So, we'll see how that works. I don't think that Grant and Jack recorded, so
that's unfortunate, but they're just me from seasons 1 and 2.
I mean, I think Grant said that if he hadn't realized, or if he had realized that Earth Power was a ground type move, then he would have won. So, and that's pretty close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close for your first week in the league.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad to have Grant. I think he's a cool guy for one, but also like I'm glad to have more people in the league. I like having like more possible competition and stuff like that. I like expanding the league. It feels good to have more people.
It does feel fun to expand also. And it feels good to teach.
And Grant's been in our general chat in GroupMe for longer than I have, actually. And so he's a funny guy. He's very cool. So it feels good to have him in the league finally. I'm also excited. I know Jacob's not active when we are because he lives in the UK, but I'm excited to have Jacob in the league too. Like I said, it's exciting to have new members and see how new people play and what their preferred play styles are and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see a lot of better play out of Jacob. I don't think his game against Calvin was a good indicator of how he's going to play. He said he learned a lot, but he also didn't put any items on his Pokemon. He forgot to put items on.
Yeah, that'll do it for you.
So I think Eviolites and whatnot, he might have stood a better chance. So we'll see how he does in the future, but he's learning. He's probably watching these videos as it's going on. That's the best way to learn, is to watch the others play.
All right, well, that was my week 2 match. Thanks everybody for watching, if you've watched this far to the end of our commentary. But that leaves me at 1-1. Ryan sadly falls to 0-2. A feeling I've never experienced in any of our draft leagues, but
I've never gone 0-2 either. I've always won my first match.
I actually, other than season 2, so after week 1 of season 1, I didn't lose at all, and so I went on like a 7 or 8 game win streak, and then I won like the first 4 games of season 2 until I played you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, I'm still not used, and I say this as unbraggadociously as possible, but it's just like I think with a combination of luck and good matchups, it's still frustrating for me to lose because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
And that sounds like having my head up my own rear end, but it's just like I went on a 12-game win streak between seasons, and then I like made 2 straight championships and stuff like that. And so like you start feeling like Tom Brady.
That's how that's why I get irritated when I lose to Gavin, because everybody else I think I consistently win against.
Yeah. Gavin's just got your number.
But Gavin's just got my number. I've only beaten him once since season 2. And every other time, he's like mopped the floor with me. He's always got something up his sleeve that just, he's inside my head. But I think my overall win record against Trevor is better. My overall win record against Calvin's better. My overall win record against you is better. My overall win record against Cameron was better. Ryan, Josh, it's just like I win and lose games throughout the season. Like I don't have like these undefeated seasons. But I think I compete with everybody except for Gavin.
Has anybody but Calvin gone undefeated?
No. So Cameron lost season 1 to me and my unaware Quagsire.
Yeah.
That was also one of my favorite matches.
I lost to Cameron week 1, and honestly, me and him have talked about this, so I don't think it's controversial to say. But I discussed it with him, and I really think, because season 1 I didn't have an Umbreon bred by the time we played our match. And so I had literally nothing to hit Doublade with. And so Doublade ended up winning him the game just because I didn't have anything to hit Doublade with. And I honestly think if I had Umbreon season 1, I could have gone undefeated. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter just because...
You still ended up winning.
Yeah.
So I think I need to I think my draft decisions are a little bit lackluster. So I think that's part of the reason is I keep drafting Pokemon that I have to make something work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
But also that's your play style. You want to get creative with your mod.
Yeah, but I think like Abra especially, I'm really kind of disappointed with my Abra pick this season. He's just too squishy, and it's kind of predictable when he's going to come in and what he's going to do. So, but anyway. Yeah. We'll see how it turns out. I should be playing Ryan sometime this weekend, and I'll record that and post it. In the meantime, we'll get you set up so that you can record easier.
Yeah, I think I play Jacob this week. I can't be for certain, but I think I play Jacob this week.
I don't think you do because you got to play within your conference. This is the first week of conference play.
I don't have the PowerPoint.
I will look it up real quick. So, just if anybody's stuck around this far in the video, we will go through the week 3 matches.
Yep.
There are only 2 people that are undefeated, or 3 people that are undefeated. I take that back. Calvin, Trevor, and Gavin are all undefeated. So obviously Conference 2 is beating Conference 1.
Yeah, the group of death that's what we like to call ourselves, just the group of death.
There's more experience on that side of the bracket.
Yes, there's a ton.
Yeah, you've got 3 season champions, and Gavin, who honestly should have been playing for championships in his last couple seasons, but just came up slightly short.
Yeah.
So next week, Jack will be playing Josh. I will be playing Ryan, and Jacob has a bye. Calvin plays Gavin, and you play Grant, Devlin, and Trevor has a bye.
I play Grant. That'll be fun. I've never played against Grant.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see people's play styles, and you haven't seen him play yet, so you don't know what kind of tricks he has up his sleeve.
I haven't watched the video either. Like I'm going into Grant's game completely blind as of yet.
There isn't any video on him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, because they didn't record. They didn't record. That's right.
Yeah, people haven't been recording like they should. So. But oh well.
Yeah.
All right.
Man. Well,
best of luck to you.
Thanks, brother. I'll see you later.
Catch you soon.
Uh-huh.
All right, and we'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Take it easy.